Hello, Doctor Who fans. So, vastly approaching this weekend's episode, Lux. That's going to be out this Saturday night, 7:15, BBC One, and of course on Disney Plus internationally. Pictures have finally come out for the episode. Most of the pictures are going to feature this cartoon character Rick, who's going to be a crucial part to the story. And I thought I'll just show this image. I'm not going to show any other images because obviously we don't want to. I mean, to be fair, most of the pictures are not really spoilery in a sense this week. For those who don't want to see if you want to see the images, there'll be a link in the description if you want to see all the photos they've brought out for this week's story, Lux. If you're interested to see some of the cool shots that they've taken from this story, that will be featured as part of the story this week, which is going to be great. There is another thing to add. This week's story of Doctor Who. Apparently, this news has only just come out through the new Doctor Who magazine that's actually come out yesterday. Yes, the new Doctor Who magazine's finally come out, and we'll talk about that shortly. As part of the magazine, they confirmed three actors are going to be playing Doctor Who fans in this episode, which I find that very interesting. The fact that they're basically recorded scenes as a Doctor Who fan for this episode, which is really interesting. And yeah, a lot of us are wondering what that could possibly mean for the story. I mean, are they going to try and make it sound like this is like a cartoon version of Doctor Who, and they try to make like a cartoon version of the show, and they try to pretend that this is in his own show, which is kind of interesting to have that as a theme as part of the story. But yeah, they're going to be a part of the scene this week's episode, so that's going to be good. We're going to be having some actors playing as Doctor Who fans as part of the episode this weekend, so that's good to see that coming to fruition, the episode, which would be great. As well as this, we did also get a preview for the upcoming episode, The Well. This is the episode that airs next Saturday, 7:20. This week's episode, Lux, and the synopsis is actually, I feel like it's going to, in terms of what they're describing the story, they're saying this: stranded far into the future, brewed an in-hospital planet 6767. Don't know why that's called a planet, but there you go. The Doctor and Belinda are teamed up with a platoon of troopers who have been sent to investigate Colony Base 15, a mining operation that they lost contact. Arriving in the installation, they soon discover that the colony has one survivor. Something is very wrong, and that something very soon reveals itself to be at the heart of the Doctor's worst nightmares. TARDIS duo must face an absolute terror to discover. And also, by the way, this episode will feature the deaf actress slash influencer and even previous Strictly winner, Rose Allen Ellis. And also, you may have seen her if you're on watched BBC One or Two recently. They've been showing trailers of Old Hands New Tricks, which is basically, I guess you could say, her mini documentary that she's done BBC recently. So she has been featured quite in recent weeks, and now she's going to be a part of this episode next weekend when she stars in Doctor Who. So you will be seeing her next week's episode. So that's going to be pretty cool to finally get her. She'll finally get an opportunity to be a part of Doctor Who next week, which is going to be great. So yeah, I'm sure that's going to blow people away when they finally see her in action. Yeah, so that's going to be at 7:20 next Saturday on BBC One, and of course internationally on Disney Plus, whatever time they upload it, of course. On to Doctor Who magazine, because as I mentioned, there's a new Doctor Who magazine that's come out, and they're previewing, in terms of the episodes they are previewing the next upcoming stories. The stories in question, by the way, previewing Lucky Day, Story and Engine, and of course the Interstellar Song Contest, where Ryland Clark and Graham Norton both be appearing in that story. So you will be seeing appearances of Graham Norton alongside Ryland Clark, host of this Interstellar Song Contest, which is going to be great. As well as that, they've got a brand new comic strip for the 15th Doctor and Belinda. They've also got some stuff regarding the archives of the Radiophonic Workshop that was announced recently. They also visit Riverside Studios about close examination of the Tomb of the Cybermen. They also talk about some music featured in An Earthly Child Into the Real World, and they even look back at the Gunfighters new issue. So there's quite a bit of stuff going on, and even tributes to Simon Fisher Baker, who obviously played Dumbledore as part of the 11th Doctor run. So you'll have a chance to see all of that as part of the new Doctor Who magazine issue if you're planning to get your hands on it. And by the way, it comes out next week. In fact, it comes out on the 24th of April. So this is stuff that will be released next week to promote Lucky Day, Story and Engine, and the Interstellar Song Contest, which is going to be great. So they're going to be the stories they're going to be previewing in the next Doctor Who magazine. So you'll be hearing a lot about Ruby Sunday's return, as well as what Ryland Clark and Graham Norton are up to in the Interstellar Song Contest, and whether or not it's going to tie into the finale finale. Hopefully we'll get some hint in the magazine whether it does. So that's pretty cool that we're gonna get some news about that very, very soon. Now, of course, in terms of the Doctor Who news, it doesn't stop there because they also announced 2 new Doctor Who icon books are coming this summer. There's going to be Shirley and the Chaos that's going to be releasing on the 12th June, and then you've got One Night Only featuring the 4th Doctor Tom Baker, who's along with Sarah Jane Smith, will be releasing on the 20th of August if you want to get your hands on it. And then the 5th book, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the 27th of July next year if you want to get your hands to Who icon books. So you're going to have to wait pretty much nearly over a year until you can get your hand. That's unfortunate, but either way, at least it will give you time to watch read through 3 and 4 if you want to catch up with that. Now, as well as this, we also had a sad passing in the world of Doctor Who. Jean Marcia, who has been a part of the first Doctor, William Hartnell's time as the Doctor. She appeared in it's not only William Hartnell but also Sylvester McCoy. So let's explain some of her appearances in Doctor Who. Of course, she first appeared in Doctor Who as King Richard's sister Joanne in The Crusade. She appeared as Sarah Kingdom as part of the Daleks' Master Plan story. She even then appeared. Then she would reprise that role for the Big Finish audios. Then she would then not appear again in Doctor Who until 1989, where she collides with Sylvester McCoy, Morgan, in the whole Battlefield storyline. The Doctor was referred to as Merlin, so that was pretty cool that she got a chance to work with the 7th Doctor. And then she also made an cameo appearance as part of the docudrama An Adventure in Space and Time during Doctor Who's 50th anniversary, where she had a guest appearance as part of that whole docudrama hype that they were doing under Mark Gatiss. And what was also really, I know this is going to surprise a lot of Doctor Who fans. I'm sure there's going to be some Doctor Who fans who will know about. For those who don't and might be new to Doctor Who, she actually married at one point the 3rd Doctor, John Pertwee, between 1955 and beginning of the 60s. So technically, she married a future Doctor Who star, basically years before he even took the role, because of course he didn't officially start Doctor Who until the beginning of the 70s. So basically near enough a whole decade John Pertwee began his journey as the Doctor, basically got married to this man, which is crazy to think that, Jane Marshall would get married to John Pertwee and then just a whole decade after that marriage he ends up becoming the 3rd Doctor, which is crazy that would have happened, But there you go. So so she was also responsible for the co-creation of Upstairs Downstairs, or the original version of Upstairs Downstairs that appeared on ITV the 70s. She was responsible for that. But apart from that, that was pretty much what Jane Marshall's contributions were for Doctor Who. But of course, last weekend she died at the age of 90, so she'll definitely be missed by a lot too, and maybe some old school Doctor Who fans who remember her appearances, who have watched her appearances in Doctor Who through DVD, even BBC iPlayer. So yes, Jane Marshall unfortunately passed away last week. However, though, we do have some David Tennant news, because David Tennant's going to be a part of ITV for 2 different shows. First show in question is, of course, The Assembly, which they actually just confirmed in TV listings for the following week. This is going to be going out Sunday the 27th. You're going to be able to watch this program, The Assembly, where David Tennant's going to be a part of The Assembly along with other celebrities who are also going to be, I guess you could say, this whole interview series, brand new series of this interview show that they're doing on ITV. So he's going to be a part of the lineup for this year's Assembly that will be debuting on the 27th of April. If you want to see David Tennant as part of the Assembly series this year, gets basically interviewed by a lot of, as part of the diverse panel, are going to be questioning him on a lot of, probably a lot of stuff. So that's going to be some stuff for David Tennant fans to look forward to. But not only that, also they've set for David Tennant's new game show, Genius Game. For those who are wondering, yes, the date is now official. It will be starting on Wednesday the 30th and Thursday, 30th of April, and Thursday the 1st of May, and it'll be airing at 9 p.m. on both days, respectively, because of course it's going to be Wednesdays and Thursdays. As part of essentially it's going to be it's going to be an 8-episode run, so so essentially you get 2 episodes a week, Wednesdays Tuesdays and Thursdays on ITV. And yeah, I mean, the trailers have been rolling out since last weekend. It's already got me hooked, and I'm sure it's going to get a lot of people hooked when they see that. If you saw the trailers on my YouTube channel, you would have seen how really interesting this game show is going to be. See how Doctor Who fans react to David Tennant's new game show. So that'll be some stuff to look forward to if you're a fan of David Tennant. He's going to be a part of not just the Assembly, but also he's got his new game show, Genius Game. Discounts going on for the 15th Doctor Screwdriver on Amazon. They've actually dropped the price, funny enough, to £20 on Amazon right now. So if you want to get your hands on the 15th Doctor's current screwdriver, as basically as character options, recent release of the 15th Doctor Screwdriver, you can now get your hands on it as part of that discount available now on Amazon if you want to secure yourself the latest screwdriver held by the 15th Doctor himself. And I'm sure we'll be seeing more of that screwdriver throughout the course of this year. Definitely take advantage of the discount if you haven't got your hands on the 15th Doctors. Yes, apart from that, really, I think we're all for the new episode 2 to air pretty much, as we all set ourselves up for Easter weekend. And however you're going to be celebrating Easter, I hope you have a great Easter weekend, and also look out for my review on Saturday for Lux. I have a good feeling that Lux is going to do very well. And for those who are wondering what the overnight figures were for last week's episode of Doctor Who, it got basically 2.0 million, so basically 2 million tuned in on the overnight figures for the Robot Revolution. I mean, a lot of journalists said it was a lackluster start, but I would imagine that things will be picking up this weekend, as I'm sure a lot of people are very excited about a great Easter. See you then.